Hello, happy Friday. Hello to my Twitch viewers, thank you very much for joining us. It is Friday! Woohoo! It has been a long week, but a fast week. A long week, but a fast week. So I hope you all had a lovely week in the meantime. And yeah, welcome to episode 9, actually, I should think. Whoop. Can you believe it? Can you believe it, Ducky? Ducky says meep. So, what are we going to do this time? So obviously this is IkkyDoot and we're streaming Create Above and Beyond, and you might notice something a little bit different out here. I went against my own rule about doing everything on stream online because I didn't think you guys would just want to sit there and watch me digging a whole bunch of stuff. Well, just watching me dig a whole bunch of stuff. So I have flattened, in preparation for tonight's stream, I flattened this area and filled in a few gaps. So if I just go over there and show you what I've done, you can get a bit of a better idea. So the idea is this was a river running through here and coming around this way to here, if you recall. If you don't, go back to the previous video and you'll notice that yeah, it has changed a little bit. This is now flat. I've also taken out some of the oh gosh, we've still got kelp problems. As you see, we've still got kelp problems. And I've also flattened and taken out some of the extra blocks that were in here, because then you can actually see a little bit better on what's going on. So so yeah, we've tidied up basically, and we have also started preparation for the next episode. Because again, I didn't think you all wanted me to just sit there and dig online, so this is ready for the next episode. Well, sort of ready. I still need to clean it up a bit, but yes, I have had a bit of a tidy and a bit of a fill-in. So we're probably going to bring the farm a little bit further this way. But the intention for this area is the wood farm. So you'll remember, let's check I've not got anything around me that's going to explode. Probably not. Right, so you'll remember if I go over to my quests in here, in my high aspirations area. So last time we kind of got all of this going, right? So we have the kelp thingy, we have the catching sediment thingy, we have the clay thingy. Oh, it's a lot of thingies, I know, bear with me. We now have the algal blend, so we're blending, so we can tick this guy off, because we've done it. Because over here, that's what we're doing with this kelp line, is now coming over here and mixificating in this here. Whoop. We're going to travel along that apparently. Wait, hang on. Try that again. Give that back. Behave. So we now got this mixing in here, so that we have a lovely, lovely collection now of the andesite algal, which is what we need, or the algal blend, sorry, which is what we need to make the algal brick, which then gets combined with the andesite to make the andesite alloy. That's why we've got this hole over here now, is because this is going to be where the andesite comes up and gets mixed, because on this part of it, it'll get cooked. Although right now I've sped this belt up slightly, I'll probably have to slow it down again so that it'll get cooked before it gets actually to the box. But, I mean, semantics. So yeah, this time I think we're probably either going to focus on making the fan here, or, because I've cleaned that area out, the sawmill thingy. So we'll give it a go either way, because that's also a lot of area we're going to need. So we're going to have up here, just to walk you through my idea at the moment. Here will be our tree cutificator things. So we'll be growing a tree here, and it'll cut down, and it'll land onto a conveyor belt, and it'll go along. When it gets to stage 1, here, probably, around here somewhere, we will pop it over a saw, and that'll strip it. It'll get to here, and we'll turn it into planks. And then it'll get to here, and we'll turn it into a slab. Well, actually, probably more likely sort of here-ish. Because then, what we need to do, once we get it to here-ish, is we need to take it that away. Or possibly even keep it here, I don't know, I'm not sure about that one yet. Because we'll be needing to then combine it with the other stuff to make those automatically. So that's the aim, is get some of this going, because that's what we need to, or get this one going today. probably the tree farm, since I have actually cleaned out the area. Because yeah, that's a thought, isn't it? So I'm gonna just raid that conveyor belt again, apparently. So let's head back to the base real quick. I still haven't improved my storage system. Maybe we'll do that next Wednesday. So for now, I have, however, sorted out some of it. So, I mean, not necessarily that box, but these guys down here. Now, this is all of the bricks. This is all of the wood plant type things. This is the create stuff. And this is still random. But, I mean, where else do you file rubber duckies? Meh. Anyway. So, yes. So, let's give this some thought, shall we? So, we want to make... Let's start with this one. You've seen me do a fan, so let's go with this one. So, building material for an ingredient. Passive supply of timber would be a good first effort. Mechanical saws are a powerful way to achieve this. Now, simple. So let's go and have a look at create over here in the JEI. And we're going to look at this guy. So the mechanical saw. So if I do the usual, hold W to ponder, you'll have a look and see what it does. So here you're showing it going along the top. That's where it would then strip it. And then if it goes through again, it gets turned into planks. And then if it goes through again, it gets turned into... Oh, you get the idea. As you can see there. So we're going to send a little conveyor belt over the top of these. And pop a little recipe in this little box here that tells it what I need it to do, basically. And then we don't need to get involved. We'll have a constant source of wood, potentially. Maybe. There is some more difficulty with this, so let's go to the next scene. This is the first part of it, the actual collecting of the wood, the tree. And as you can see, if you destroy the bottom one, it will take down the entire tree and chuck it forwards. So it works really well for us, because if it chucks it forwards, for the most part, it will land on a conveyor belt, and then we can take that off and take it over the top of a saws, right? You have other ways you can do it, so you can make it part of a movement, thingy-mabob, so you can almost have it pushing forwards, so have like a line of trees. To be fair, though, I kind of found it easy enough to do something slightly different. So, bear with me. Here's going to be some thinking for you. So, I want to make one of these, but I'm also going to use one of these. What is this, I hear you ask? So this is the deployer. Now, we'll be using some of these in the next like assembly line, where we're actually making the kinetic mechanisms. But I'm going to use these in this part of the belt as well, because these are really, really handy. So let me W for you so you can see this. I promise we won't have too many of these this time. So the deployer will imitate a player standing there, and it will move through fences, it'll move through certain blocks. You can also change the settings on some of these things. You can harvest, attack, do things. So if you add a sword into that hand, for example, you can build that into like a mob farm or whatever. So you can actually just automate all of it. So kind of handy. Get it? Handy? I'm sorry I went there. I'm sorry. I had to. Right. So you know the deal. You know the deal with the water wheels. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, 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 ba. One there, one there, one there. Make it a 3x4, because we're going to make this a double water wheel, because we want to have it powering quite a lot of machines at this point for this one. So we're going to make it a double. I put that the wrong way around. Shift to place it the other way. There we go. Haha. Oh. Try that again. There we go, right. Quickly go back over here. I actually finally put a bed out here as well, so I don't have to keep running back to the base. So, you know, look at the things I've done for you. You guys don't say I don't ever do anything for you, because, let's see, daytime. Right. So we have our water wheel going already. Simples. I'll probably need to remove that block later, but it'll be fine. And we're going to chuck some water over the top of it. And we've got our water wheel going. Easy peasy, right? Simples. Right, what's the next step? is probably making the saw. I told you we'd have to go back in. I warned you that we'd have to go back in. In this instance, to make the mechanical saw, we need to make the saw blade, so we can pop it into the smithing table, and then you have the andesite machine. The saw blade gives you the mechanical saw, so you need to make one of these, which is very simple. A couple of iron sheets, a lead ingot, and some iron nuggets will make you one saw blade. You find lead, because this took me a while to figure this one out, so I'm just going to share with you now. You find lead between levels 1 and 20, so you have to dig quite low to get there. So, lead ingot, iron sheets, and 4 iron nuggies makes you one saw blade. Right? Then into here we're going to pop the andesite machines and the saw blade to give us a mechanical saw. Ta-da! Easy peasy. Right. So we have created one of those. Oh wait, have we completed something? We completed something. Ooh. We've apparently completed everything that we needed to complete in preparations in chapter 1. We've made one of everything, so we've made the mechanical press, the saw, the fan, the wrench, the millstone, the seared melter, and the mechanical mixer, which gives us 3 crafting blueprints. I don't know what they do. Placed on a wall, it can be used to specify ingredient arrangements for easy and manual crafting. Each slot represents a recipe. Oh my word, that's big. Oh, look at that. Ingredient slot, advanced filter items are viable. Well, I mean, that's kind of exciting. I guess I'll leave it there for now. Don't know what I'll do with it, but that's kind of exciting. Right. Enough of that. We also wanted to make the jiggery pokeries. So we've got 2 more of these andesite machines. We want to make some more golden hands, which means I'm going to have to go squish some more iron. Or some more gold. 1 andesite machine and 1 golden hand. In this case 2 golden hands, because I'm making 2 jiggery pokeries. So 1 and 2. And says the quest's still telling me it's got a thing. Oh, because I made the... Okay, meh. Give that. So, big plans, because I got the crafting blueprint. These blueprints can be given 1 or more crafting recipes, which they then can apply to your held items whenever you right-click them. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it is like an auto-crafter, but not actually an auto-crafter. The quickest and most effective way to assign recipes is to locate the recipe in JEI, just enough inventory, which is this thing on the right-hand side. While the blueprint UI is open, clicking the plus in the JEI recipe view will transfer the recipe ingredients to the blueprint for you. Huh. Fair enough, I suppose. Alright, well that's kind of cool. Well, we've got a painting out of it, so let's chuck that on that wall. Oop, we get to choose... What should we choose? What should we choose? Oh, look at that, we've got some escape signs. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. What should we go for? I mean, that one's kind of silly. We could go for something big. I don't know what that's supposed to be. A bee, maybe? Maybe we just go with that one for now. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. It's like a pig in the wilderness. Beautiful. Right. So, back into our smithing table goes the andesite machines and the 2 golden hands. Well, we make a deployer. So we now have all of the machines we need. We're going to go back over here and get them, hopefully, all hooked up. Hopefully. I say hopefully. We are also going to need to make something else to work with this, but for now, let's get this all situated and see where we get to. So, whop a hole in this bit here, which will reveal the spinny part. And then what we're going to do... So, if I place it here, I kind of want the tree when it falls to fall that way. So let's put down a rock for now. So let's say this is the tree bit, right? There. Let's say that's the tree bit. So let's take our deployers. So we'll want one here. Oh, wrong way around. Poke, place, and attack. Oof, vicious. Still the wrong way. Why did they never go around the way you want them to? The first time, right? Wait. Oh, come on, you. This might take a moment, chaps. There we go. One there. And one there, because when it reaches out, it will go into this space. And one will plant a tree, the other will bone meal the tree. That's the hope. We then also want to pluck the saw in. So let's take that out for now. And then I'll put the saw there. Stationary choppy chop. We'll pop the cobblestone back. We're not actually going to try and chop the cobblestone, but, you know, we can at least see the arrangement now. I'm going to quickly go to sleep so you can see a bit better. Doop. Oh, Skelly Bob up there. Do you see that? Oh, please don't see me. That'd be nice. Right. So, this is the layout that we want. So one poker here, one poker there, and the saw here. We now need to get all of that connected. So, clever people will have noticed that all of these now connect this way. So it almost would have been better to put the water wheel here, but I like them sitting over a river. It just feels a bit more natural to me. A bit more sensible. Anywho. Actually, I could have built that one down. I would have then not had to worry about moving the... oh, well. Sure, it's fine. So, we want to have it so that the rotational force goes into the pokers from the side. We also want to have it so the rotational force for the miracle saw goes into the back. Simple. So all we're going to do, we want it to kind of go a bit faster when we get to the saw, so we're going to, let's see if we can figure this out. So let's come out a bit first, because we do need to come out a bit. That's not quite in line with that. One doesn't need to go particularly fast, but the other one does. So you have to be a bit clever. That one and that one, probably. Probably. And then let's go with a biggie to a littly. Come on, you. There. I mean, we could make these go fast. It's not like it matters if they go fast. Oh. That was not quite where I wanted it to go. Ha. Ha. No. So you now see I've connected that one up, and what happens is it just goes forwards and back and forwards and back. It's probably not going right into this block because right now we have a cobblestone here. If this was out of the way, it would go all the way. So then all we need to do is, we don't need to worry too much about the directional, so at least that's something. So we don't have to do any jiggery pokery changing it about. Like so. And then we've got one going one way, one going the other way. Roughly the same speed. And the saw, as you can see there, is now whirring. Now, I do warn you, this is pretty much, at the moment, out of all of the machines we've got, the only thing that can hurt you. So what do I mean by that? Well, watch. Yeah, don't stand in the saw. It will try and chop your legs off. Right. Now, here's how this works. We give this one some trees, and you come out here and plant it, see? Once this grows, this guy here will chop it down. He'll just zip and gone. So when he goes, we want to have a conveyor belt here that will collect the bits of tree that come down. So we'll pop a shaft here. And for now, probably a shaft over here as well. We've just got to quickly make another one, 2 andesite bitties. Pop a shaft there. Right? So when it grows up, it'll be cut down automatically and all of the bits will fall this way. And then what we'll do is we'll take it across a couple of other saws to do the thing we need it to do. And then take it up there to join up with the rest of it. Probably. So, I haven't put any bone meal in this one yet because I don't actually want it to grow yet. So it would just be messy. Probably just be messy. So Did I have any conveyor belts left? I don't know if I do. Stay. Right there. Good tree. So while we go back to the base really quickly, we're going to make a couple of other things. Because, as I said, I want this to be completely automated. Completely automated is beautiful. Beautiful. So, we're going to grab... Let's see if I can remember what it was now. So, 2 andesite alloy bitties and 2 sheets the wrong way round. There will make you a chute. 4 in fact, so not all that expensive. Quickly hold W. I did promise I wouldn't show you all of these, but this is like a upgraded hopper. So you can link them together, you can add windows, you can even go diagonally with them. This will be handy for what we want to do with the automating, because then we can just throw stuff into it. As seen there. You can go diagonally. Isn't that beautiful? Got the real kind of manufacturing kind of thing going on. Is we want to add a chute over this guy, tumbling down, and a chute over this guy. And then if we add a barrel, you'll notice by the way I finally got round to making my scaffolding, because yeah, I realised last episode that I did actually have bamboo and can actually do that. I really rather like my bamboo, so we're going to pop one of those on there, because the idea is we'll just throw those in there and they'll fall down into the chute and get given automatically to the deployer. Easy, right? So that's the automatic part for that bit. When we've got this going properly, this will just be able to be filled up, because what we can do, if I just quickly get down, is as this chops it down and all of it explodes this way, inevitably some saplings are also going to fall. Inevitably, right? You also notice this guy isn't moving because it recognises there's an oak sapling there, so it's just sitting here for now. It's not that it's stopped working. If I take this guy out, you see he came forwards and planted another one. So, easy. So, when it explodes this way, you'll get saplings. What we can do is we can add a... I forgot to pick up the belt, didn't I? Oh. Anyway, you can add a tunnel or a funnel here that will filter them out and then have them plingificated up to here, back into this barrel, so you can then feed them back into the system again. Hopper. Yep, composter. Other hopper. More scaffolding. Piece of dirt to stand on for 2 seconds so that I can crouch rather than access. Barrel. Right. Let's make sure we did that right. Oh, and the tree grew. Oh, at least you get to see it working now. There we go. Perdoof. Did you see that? It's right. I'll do it again in a second so you can see better. But for now, that is it working. Right. So, come up here. Bone meal, which is going into the composter. Which then should come down to this guy. Should. If it's finished composting. I don't think it finished composting. Oh, wait, there you go. Did you see that? It went through the tunnel. And it bone mealed the sapling. Let's see if we can see that again. It's still doing the thing. Bear with me. There we go. Which then goes into the hand, which then bone meals the tree. And then if we stand still, you can see it chopping the tree at the bottom there. Which then explodes in all sorts of directions. Mostly forwards. Which is where we'll collect it with the conveyor belt. Mostly forwards. Never quite all the way forwards, but mostly forwards. we come back to the start, and we're going to run through the entire thing. So, it explodes here and gets onto the conveyor belt. It comes along, it goes to this one, and it gets trimmed. Ta-da. It then comes onto this one, and should get turned into planks. Yep. It then comes onto this one, and it should get turned into slabs. That is not a slab. What is that? A bracket set. What is a bracket set? What is that? What is that? Anybody want to take a guess? It looks like it was several things all in one, but it I don't understand. It's not like it's holding anything either. So do we just leave it there and call it art? Art. I'm going to leave it there. That's art now. Right. The way to stop that from happening. I mean, if he dies, I suppose I would get some free leads. Haha, free leads. Thank you. Right, you and you, don't die. Come over here and stop being a pain. Do we have a fence post to tie them off to? No, we don't. But we can make one. Fence post. Boop, boop, boop. We now have ourselves some leads. Because the silly wandering trader kept standing. He nearly died. It's a good thing he had extra hearts. Look at that. Sorry, buddy. So, all the way back here, and we just got to set it running again now. So, I'll take this cog out, because that's the one that we turned to turn off the machine for now. And then, oh no! Well, it was going to happen eventually. Overstressed. So it appears this contraption is overstressed. Add more sources to slow down the components with a high stress impact. So do you remember me talking about high stress impacts? It turns out we might be running too much off of this 2 section water wheel. So as I said, it doesn't explode. Thankfully, it doesn't explode, but it does stop the entire thing. As you can see, it's kind of here doing its thing and being stressed. So it doesn't explode, thankfully. There are some mod packs, genuinely. There are mod packs that will explode if it gets overstressed. So I'm very glad this one doesn't, because that would have been quite the mayhem if it had. Stress is now gone. Both for the machine and for me. Not joking. That was stress for the overstressed machine was also overstressing the Icky. But it's fine. Look. It now is all going in the right direction. Much better. Much, much better. Simple. And ending up in our box next to our fabulous... Still don't know what that is. Art? Either way. Right. Well, with that done, I think that calls it a completed quest. And I think we're definitely going to have to do the lava cooker fermentator thingy next time. Because we have run out of time tonight. But thank you very much for coming along tonight and watching me mess it up several times. And also, yeah, for seeing the overstressed machine that did seem to work. So with the sun going down, that seems like a good moment to enjoy the sunset and wish you all a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Good night, everybody, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.